Hello, this is Indigo Owl coming to you with live guidance for next week, which is Monday the 20th all the way until Sunday the 26th of July 2020. I hope last week went well for you, and I very much hope next week goes well for you too. I'm going to turn the camera in a minute so you can look at the cards rather than look at me. I just wanted to check in and hope you are going to join me for this reading, and I hope it resonates. I hope you get something from it. If not, please ignore it, and then it's not for you. If it is for you, you will know it's for you. You will feel it calling to you. What I say will make sense to you, and you can also take parts of the reading and not others if not all of it works for you. So welcome. I am Indigo Owl. I'm coming to you live from London, UK. We have summer here at the moment. You may be in a different part of the world. You may be in a different season, but on some level we are all connected. So I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'm going to turn the camera so you can see the cards that I'll be drawing. Let's see. So, as I got a new cards last week, I'm still totally taken with these new cards. I haven't actually used them excessively for myself in the meantime, because I guess I have done that in the past, and I found new cards is something you should integrate into your life slowly and really savor the newness of the cards for some time. So I'm now excited to open up the cards again. So this is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron-Reid, and this is the beautiful Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. So we're obviously going to start with the tarot cards. I'm going to give them a good shuffle, and then as usual we will draw one tarot card per weekday, and then we will draw a theme card from the Oracle deck at the end. And I will be putting that over there. We have a little card stand ready for that. I have got this beautiful white orchid over there. I've started putting things on a chair so that you can see it properly. Otherwise, if I just stand it on the table, you only see the bottom of it. And I also have laid out some crystals today, and if we have got time at the end, I may do a random page from the crystal book again to see which crystal we need this week. So let's draw firstly our 7 tarot cards for this upcoming week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Here we go. Now let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll maybe do the weekend underneath, and then hopefully all of it is in your view properly. Here we go. Oh, I feel quite excited now. So let's start with the first card, which is going to be for Monday the 20th. And we have Justice, number 11. So tarot is divided into Major Arcana and Minor Arcana, where the Major Arcana are standalone cards, and this is one of them called Justice. Now the Justice card comes at times where life may have been an uphill struggle, and where we have been fighting in order to receive justice, where justice was really due to us and we've had to really fight for it. It is a card that says as long as you act fairly, justice will prevail. It's definitely a good omen when this card comes. It is a card that says things will work in your favor. And it's also a good omen for new relationships. So how very exciting. What a lovely feeling and vibration to start the week with. Let's have a look at Tuesday. For Tuesday, we have the Hanged Man. Now, these cards are so very, very beautiful. I have never seen a Hanged Man looking so dreamy, and it almost looks like he belongs in a circus. He's performing circus skills. Also, you may notice we have 11 and we have 12, a perfect numerical succession. Now, as I said, this is a new deck. However, it has been used a few times. Now, it has been shuffled, and I very much drew cards at random. So we didn't get two numbers that were originally next to each other in the deck, simply for that reason. The Hanged Man is a card of changed perspective, of improved mental attitude. So following on from finally feeling that justice is prevailing in our lives, and that, for example, if we have worked hard, we finally are reaping the rewards of our labor, or if we have been treated badly, it is finally being taken seriously, or we finally stood up for ourselves and things are changing. This is moving us into a period on Tuesday of a changed attitude and a different perspective, which will help us move forward. So there's something about integrating what was it in the end that brought justice to us? What was it we had to do in order to receive justice? And that will bring this changed attitude. Let's have a look at Wednesday. Oh, 7 of Fire. Now, this card has come out more than once already. And what an impressive picture on this card. We have a unicorn standing on a rock. And it looks like there are 7 of these stars. No, they look more like fireflies. How impressive. So the 7 of Fire is actually a card that is sometimes called self-defense. It can sometimes show a farmer with his wand, and he's fighting off other farmers that are trying to lay claim to his crop that has grown rather well because he has been putting in the hard work. And he's not letting anybody take the fruits of his labor. He defends his crop with his wand, and he tells the other farmers that they have to go and plant their own crop and to do their own hard labor in the field. Sorry, my throat is a little sore today. So there is something about finally receiving justice, or finally feeling that things are easing up and getting better, that brings a changed attitude, which is even more putting us into that mode of really defending what is ours and not letting up on that, not allowing anybody to walk all over us or take what is ours, or even with words try to take what is ours, try to take claim to what we have achieved and worked for. It's a very strong beginning to the week. Let's have a look at Thursday. And it's followed on by a beautiful new beginning in the area of love, emotions, and relationships. So aces in tarot literally speak of new beginnings, which are always new challenges. All new beginnings are challenges because of the newness. Even very pleasant new beginnings that we have been hoping for a long time are still a challenge. But it looks like all this groundwork at the beginning of the week, and maybe the past few weeks or months or even years, have brought us to this place where this Ace of Water can happen, where we can have this new beginning, and it will be something that we feel quite emotional about. It is something that will emotionally mean a lot to us. It will be a happy beginning for many of you. And what a beautiful card with the seahorse on it. Let's have a look at Friday. For Friday, we have number 20, Call. So the major arcana go from 0 to 21, with 20 being the card just before the successful completion of a whole cycle. And it very much can be a card of a major assessment of our whole life up until now, all areas of life, what we have learned, what we really want to take forward into the next phase, but also what exactly we want the next phase to be is important. In this beautiful deck, it is called Call, and I'm going to have a look at what she has written about this card, because I have found that the way she has written about the cards is equally as beautiful as the cards themselves. If I hold the card here so you can see it, I will also read you what she says about this beautiful card. Let's hope it comes into focus. Maybe like this. Call, purpose and true prosperity. Well, that sounds good already, doesn't it? I have everything I need right now to move forward with purpose. I'm being called into a deeper and more authentic relationship with myself, with my higher power, and with others. I am here for a reason. I'm required to step forward into my true self, expressing that through my actions. I need to trust that my life has a purpose, that I am enough, and that within me is a divine blueprint that has meaning for myself and others. Wow, now that was truly beautiful indeed. And that's what we got for Friday. I can see that Thursday and Friday have got some similar colouring. So now let's have a look and see what we got for the weekend. So this is going to be Saturday. Oh, this one has come upside down. Now this one is called Messenger of Air. And cards that come upside down really depends on the reader, how they are interpreted. For me, definitely cards that come upside down is a sign that there is something coming in, but there is still a little bit of a block on it. So for Messenger of Air, I'm going to double check, because this deck is so new to me, whether Messenger relates to a page or to a knight. Okay, it's definitely coming as a knight. So then the knight or Messenger of Air would be similar to the Knight of Swords in a more traditional deck. The knights come for movement and action, and the Messenger of Air, the Knight of Swords in particular, can come for times where action comes really suddenly, and it can almost feel like a whirlwind where we have to wait till everything has settled, till the dust has settled, until we know exactly what has actually happened. The fact that there is a block on it makes me feel like saying the change is still coming, but it's coming a bit more slowly. And it's interesting, it's ended up here near the Hanged Man, which is about changing the perspective and literally seeing things upside down for a period of time. So now when I look at these two together, I feel like saying, well, there is more of this change in perspective needed in order for this to fully manifest, in order for this kind of change in situation to fully occur. We're going to have a bit more of this reverberating on the Saturday, what happened here on Tuesday. And let's look at the last card, which is Sunday. And we have the World. So where I said at the beginning that the major arcana go from 0 to 21, where 21 represents the successful completion of a whole cycle. It literally represents getting the world, as in getting everything we want. Well, we have number 20 here, which is the step just before, and then there is after this full assessment, after this total assessment of our life so far and everything we've learned, and working out exactly what it is we really want to bring forward into the next phase, there is a little bit more adjustment in perspective needed, which will then bring us to the World on Sunday. What a beautiful card. Now I'm so excited. This looks like such a positive, exciting week ahead for everyone. Let's have a look which oracle card we're going to get for this week ahead, and let's have a really good shuffle. I literally sat the other day, because this also is a new deck, and I individually pulled the cards apart so that they are not sticking together as much. So they've also definitely been shuffled a fair bit, but they're still quite hard to shuffle, but they feel so amazing. It's lovely having one new deck. The fact that I have 2 new decks is just mind-blowing. I'm so happy. Let's draw a beautiful oracle card as a SEAM card for this week ahead. I'm going to try and make sure it's just one. I may draw a second one if I feel called to. Let's have a look at this one first. And we have, I'm sorry. And it says defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. Now the word uprooting immediately resonates with me because I have been doing some repotting and replanting of my plants and flowers. So how interesting. But let's have a look and see. And I love the pink and blue combination. In most of those cards have this very pinky, light pink, light blue colouring. So as you can see over here, I've actually got I didn't do this quite as slick as I had hoped to, considering I've prepared it earlier, but I managed to do it now. I have got my light pink and my light blue crystal over there. Indeed, it's a rose quartz and an aquamarine. Let's have a look. What is the meaning of this card called I'm Sorry? It says we are living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we are to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive. The shadows, hate, wounds, separation, severing, wrongs and sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors or your society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others. To find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people, to say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it, to be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame, it's about unwinding the patterning that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or to do healing work on your ancestral line. What a lovely message. And we have got 2 cards that directly talk about a change in perspective or a change in mental attitude. And we also have this card that represents a complete reassessment of our life so far. So this oracle card, this SEAM card that comes with this week ahead, fits beautifully into this. There is something about really letting go of all the hurt that happened in the past in order to truly move forward into a completely new cycle. I feel like saying where these hurts will no longer happen because we've stepped outside of those old patterns, some of which may be even ancestral. Some of these may be patterns we've inherited and grown up with and carried our whole lives. And we're finally ready to really leave them behind completely this time. So what a beautiful, amazing reading. I do feel like I'm going to check out this is my crystal book. Yeah. I'm going to, what I have done a couple of times before is randomly choose a page as a crystal guide for this week ahead as well. It seems like it's such a powerful week. And the crystal we've got is called Falcon's Eye. And I have to say, I have never heard of this crystal before. It looks amazing. All kind of really dark color, black, brown crystals usually are very grounding and protective. So let's have a quick look what a falcon's eye is all about for us in this next week. And it says here, the silky gleam which the asbestos fibres create in the quartz makes light play in the round polished stone in a way that resembles an eye. This is how the stone gets its name, and also explains an ancient belief that falcon's eye can cure eye complaints and give protection. So it's, like I said, protective, but also interestingly eye complaints. And immediately I feel like saying, talking about the eye is talking about seeing much more clearly what has really happened in the past, so that we can truly change our perspective. In the Middle Ages, falcon's eye was worn as an amulet against witchcraft, demons, and the evil eye. Spiritually, falcon's eye helps us to see the seemingly random events of everyday life in a broader context. It bestows an understanding of our own life plan. Fits in perfectly with this call card. Mentally, falcon's eye helps us gain a better overview in complicated situations and helps with difficulties in making decisions. You can see that by randomly choosing a crystal, just as when you randomly choose cards, what you perceive as random, actually on a different level makes total sense and is totally connected. This crystal fits in so beautifully with this reading. And physically, it says the falcon's eye has a pain alleviating effect. It tones down the flow of energies in the body, so helping with nervousness and trembling, as well as with excitability of the glands that govern hormone production. Absolutely amazing. It does say here it should never be worn continuously for more than a week because it buffers the flow of energies in the body. And meditation with the stone is preferable for achieving emotional and spiritual effects. I will show it one more time. This is a falcon's eye crystal. How amazing. So this is our crystal guide for the week. And this concludes our reading. I do hope you have enjoyed the guidance. I hope the reading resonates. I hope to see you again next week. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead. I would love to hear from you if you have any interesting comments about what's happening in your life or what is resonating with you from the reading. I'm also very happy to see just a thumbs up, or if you send me some love, if you share my reading, all of that is very welcome. And also remember, you can find my videos on my YouTube channel called Indigo Owl. It takes a little bit longer until I upload it there usually, but the readings tend to be more permanent there because YouTube doesn't operate in the same way as Facebook. So in the meantime, I will say namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and goodbye.